Are you tired of using the same few weapons? Want to know what the pros are using when they can't afford a Phantom or Vandal? Well, there are a few weapons that are a great substitute that can actually win you duels and let you save your economy without fully conceding the round. Hello everybody, my name is Stray and today I'll be your personal guide on why and how to utilize these hidden gems properly. If you're able to start mastering these weapons, you'll find yourself winning way more save and eco rounds that you aren't doing right now. Regardless if you're Iron 1 or Radiant, you're probably missing at least a few of these weapons from the list. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to comment down below what other weapons you think are hidden OP. Also, if you want us to deep dive into future weapon guides, let us know. Before we dive straight in, as always, we have our question of the day. How do you guys like the new Ion skin bundle? Personally, I think this is a really unique looking skin set. It really gives me Destiny 2 and Halo vibes, and I'm absolutely love it. I'm super excited to see what other concepts they have in store, as Riot, the development team, always have been great in formulating cool skins in their game. Let us know if you'll be purchasing anything from this bundle.
Starting off this list is one I believe to be the most versatile of them all. Coming in at only 1,000 credits, there are few other weapons that pack more of a punch for the price. I'd argue that the Stinger is the most cost-efficient weapon in the entire game. Especially on smaller maps like Haven, you can get a lot more value out of this weapon than you should. Those of you that are looking to climb more ranks, I'd highly advise you start to use the Stinger as much as possible. It's already a weapon that is highly used in Immortal Plus games, but if you start adopting it early, you'll be ahead of the meta. I think that this weapon is the most underrated weapon in the current meta, and with enough time, we'll see some potential nerfs to it. On top of that, I found way more success with the Stinger over the likes of like Sheriff, Spectre, Bucky against full weaponry purchases. I can't even count the amount of times I've been able to come out on top in a duel against a Phantom or Vandal, which is absolutely absurd. This is because of its insanely high fire rate. Multiple shots to the head will pretty much make it impossible for them to hit accurate shots back at you due to the aim punch mechanic in the game. One downfall for the weapon is its 20 round magazine. It makes it nearly impossible to get more than 2 kills with one clip, but if you find that 1 versus 1 duel and come out on top, now you've netted yourself a free weapon upgrade. So start purchasing this weapon when you're thinking about coughing up 1600 for the Spectre on eco rounds. You'd be really surprised how strong it is in the right scenario. For a 1000 credit weapon, I think it can go head to head pretty well against all weapons in close range scenarios. With that all said, try out the Stinger more often and see if it works for you as well as it does for high ranked players. It's a weapon that has definitely saved me credits and secured me rounds that I wouldn't usually get. See it for yourself. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. The Frenzy is something I've recently discovered as very underrated but extremely strong in the right situations. I believe that if you're playing aggressive agents like duelists, opting for the Frenzy on pistol round is usually very viable. For example, if you decide to play Reyna, you can only have 2 soul orbs with the Ghost, but you can have 3 with the Frenzy. This allows you to snowball more as you have that extra soul orb potential. Another great example is how agents like Phoenix can afford 2 flashes if they opt for the Frenzy over the Ghost. Although it's best suited with agents that are designed to be more aggressive, you can feasibly run the Frenzy on any agent. I personally noticed that I struggle more often than not on pistol rounds, and the Frenzy has helped me see more success on those pistol rounds. So if you're not feeling the Classic or Ghost, I'd highly recommend you start learning how to use the Frenzy. You can also whip out this bad boy when the money is tight, but you want to try and secure a quick kill and upgrade your weapon. At 400 credits, this gun can be quite interesting and net you some surprising kills. When mastered correctly, the Frenzy is actually a very forgiving pistol. Being automatic allows you to be more confident when taking pistol fights at close range. Make sure you spend a lot of time practicing its insane recoil pattern and you'll be good to go. The Ares is my favorite weapon when I want to fight the enemy's full buy and want to make sure that I can still fully buy for the following round. Because of its insane rate of fire, magazine, and bullet penetration, it can easily match a Phantom or Vandal. Often, if our team wins the pistol round, I'll opt to purchase the Ares over a Spectre as it fares way better at long range and against full armor. This way you'll be able to have a better fighting chance, and if you're able to somehow secure that following round against a full buy, your team will have an insane economy buffer. There are countless times where this happens to me, and usually my team either continues to push our lead, or at least we have economy to play around. Right now, many players still opt for the Spectre, which is still a great weapon, don't get me wrong. However, I feel like its range makes it more predictable where you could be playing in a given round. I will say if you're playing a more passive agent, the Ares is without a doubt the better bonus round purchase over the Spectre. It's not clear cut who the clear winner is between the Spectre and Ares though. Again, the Spectre is better in those tighter engagements, but especially against better players, they may find ways to play around that. If you haven't already, I'd highly suggest to try out the Ares, as it's one of my favorite weapons in the game right now. The Odin is probably the most ridiculous weapon that I wish wasn't so goddamn strong. I think the game will run into some potentially serious problems in the long run once more players catch on to how strong this weapon really is. If you want to know a simple answer to why the Odin is so strong, watch Sinatra play. He's one of those first players I watched to start utilize the Odin to its full potential. To cut it short, its insane rate of fire while ADSing will allow you to shred any player regardless of their weaponry. Coupled with its high ammo capacity and high bullet penetration, you can hold down crucial choke points in this game without even peeking your body. There are points on each map that can be wall banged off spawn with the Odin, which can often push the enemy from playing those spots early in the round. This weapon will easily beat out the Phantom and Vandal if they don't hit that initial headshot with its insane rate of fire. Multiple enemies will melt to the Odin before they even have a chance to react. Not to mention, it's extremely difficult to peek into Odin spray as its high rate of fire will often melt a player swinging into it. Like many of the weapons in this list, they share a high rate of fire in common. However, you need to practice controlling these weapons when full spraying to utilize them to their highest potential. The best way to learn more about these weapons is by heading over to ProGuides.com. We have some amazing coaches who would love to help you better understand how to utilize these weapons on a more personal level. If you guys are super interested in the Odin, feel free to comment down below if you want us to make a full guide on it or any weapon covered in today's video. The next weapon, the Bucky, is a tough bargain to beat. At 900 credits, you'll be hard pressed to find a weapon as strong, especially at close range. You can easily one-shot someone with the left click, and even at close mid ranges, one-shot with your right click. Previously, I would have put this weapon at bottom tier, but due to the nerfs to the judge, it is now the go-to cheese weapons for those looking to play those pesky corners. The Bucky is especially great on Haven and Split, as there are a lot tighter angles that you can hold as a defender. There are pro teams that are 5-man buying Buckies and getting rounds doing this. Without a doubt, if you're not super confident with the Sheriff, the Bucky is easy mode for the saving round frags. A precise right click to the head can kill enemies at surprising ranges even with full shields. Okay, hear me out. Before you say the Operator isn't underrated, I would say so only in higher rated rank games. It's still very common knowledge how deadly an Operator can still be even with its fairly heavy nerfs. On top of that, the buffs of agents like Breach and the introduction of Sky indirectly nerfs the effectiveness of Operators as well. However, with all that said, the only weapon that can one-shot to the body from any range is still the Operator. I rarely see players use the Operator as much as they do in Immortal Plus games. Agents like Jet are a core reason why the Operator is still so strong in the current meta. Her ability to become nearly untradeable with her dash and the updraft allowing her to use the Operator in a vertical manner makes her still the go-to agent to wield and operate. If you're a big fan of Jet, make sure you're still using the Operator on the defensive side as you'll provide so much pressure to the enemy team. Try and hold early off angles right as the barriers fall. If there is no one there, feel free to rotate and provide support with your Operator at different areas of the map. If you're able to mix this in with different peaks at different parts of the map, you can find first bloods or very pertinent information for your team. Without a doubt in my mind, the Operator is still going nowhere from this current meta, but you still do need to be more careful with its limitations.
While the big flashy weapons are great in their own right, you have to remember that Valorant is all about skill. Even though the weapons we listed are very cheap, they also can be very effective depending on the circumstances. If you can master some of these weapons, they'll give you so much value in those save rounds you aren't expected to win. All you need is that one kill to pick up the opponent's weapon, and it might be a done deal for the enemies. And well, that's all we have for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with these type of concepts. Make sure to hit the bell notification button, which ensures that you stay up to date with our latest videos and ahead of the competition. If you want to learn more about Valorant or even any other game, head over to ProGuides.com for the best on-demand coaching. Our coaches are great and we hope you check them out if you enjoyed the video. Also, make sure to check out our Discord. We have a great community where you can chat, hang out, and possibly find friends to play with. Stay tuned for our future videos and keep up the grind, ProGuides fam. Catch y'all later.